News media has changed a lot. Decades ago, people would huddle around radios or crowd around a television, all in the hope of catching the news. It was rare and powerful. But today, the news is everywhere. Podcasters are journalists, influencers are reporters, keyboard warriors are experts, and this is where most people get their news from. Says who? A new survey on news consumers. It found that 54% Americans got their news online from Facebook, from X, or from YouTube. This is higher than television. 50% for television, 48% for websites and news apps. So simply put, social media is now the top source of news in America. It has overtaken television and websites. And within these, podcasters do extremely well. I'm sure you know Joe Rogan, or you've heard of him. 22% Americans got their news from his podcasts. And it's not just the US. The survey covered other countries too, including India. In India, 55% people access news on YouTube, 46% on WhatsApp, and 37% on Instagram. Put together, online media is at 76%, social media at 46%, television is at 45%, and newspapers at 39%. So it's the same story as the US. More people are getting news from online platforms. They're turning away from TV and newspapers. Now, just to be clear, this does not mean that legacy news companies have disappeared. Many of them, in fact, have shifted online. So their audience is part of the numbers that you see. It's not all podcasters and influencers. And we'll decode that trend in a bit, but first some more numbers. Artificial intelligence is slowly climbing. A few people are using AI bots to get the news now. Globally, this number is just around 7%. But among younger people, it is 15%. In India, people are quite comfortable with AI. Nearly 20% of them use chat bots to access the news. 20% news consumers. All these numbers suggest major changes in the media landscape. The question is, what will be the impact? We'll focus on three of them, three possible impacts. Number one, more polarization. Social media tends to operate in echo chambers. A Trump supporter will watch Joe Rogan, but a Trump critic may not. Because in social media, the focus is more on political opinion, not facts of the matter. As a result, these two camps may drift further apart. In other words, more polarization. That is impact number one. Number two, misinformation. Yes, mainstream media is also guilty of this, but there is still some accountability. For random social media accounts, that is not true. There is no accountability. They don't spread fake news by accident. They spread it on purpose. Because misinformation tends to go viral and gather views. That's the second impact. And finally, impact number three, the impact on jobs. Big news companies are already struggling to stay afloat. Layoffs are common in this industry. Imagine adding AI to the mix. One app could do the work of 10 employees. It's quicker, but is it better? Most journalists would say it is not. I know a lot of people will be worried by these impacts. They may see it as an existential threat to mainstream media, but there is a silver lining. For instance, seeing is not believing. Yes, more people are getting news from social media, but that does not mean they trust it. Almost 53% Indians feel that WhatsApp is the biggest fake news threat. Globally, 47% people see influencers the same way, higher than any other source. So my point is, there is a credibility crisis online and mainstream media can capitalize on it. How do they do it? By being where the consumer is, online. Again, look at the numbers. 57% Indians use their phones to catch the news. 76% use their computers and 47% use their tablets. All three of these are geared for online consumption. So the brief is quite clear. Be where the consumer is. Make changes to your output format, configure it for online use, and finally focus on credibility. Those who adapt will survive this crisis. Those that refuse may not.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karjo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
$4 以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.